Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, football pundits around the world, it's your boy Adam here live on Cal Sports Football, and we have the final game of the Premier League restart after the winter break with Leeds United taking on Manchester City later on this evening. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, how are we doing? Welcome to the stream. I hope you are having a wonderful day. Where we all from and who do we support? Let me know in the chat. I might as well zoom in on this. I've not really never thought of that. Oh, sorry. Leeds United taking on Manchester City is the final game at this. Why is it gone out of my head? Ellen Road. That's the one. That's the one. I knew it was somewhere. I knew it was somewhere racking around in that brain of mine. But how you all doing anyway, ladies and gentlemen? I hope you're having a wonderful day. Where we all from and who do we support? The final game of the restart of the Premier League after the World Cup, and it is Leeds United against Manchester City, and it's Erling Brandt Haaland who's going to be playing today. How are we all doing? Are we ready today? What do we think is going to happen? We have Ellen Road bouncing here. Final game today, and then we'll be back on Friday, ladies and gentlemen. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, if I recall correctly. Let's have a look. So Friday we have Liverpool against Leicester at 8 o'clock. Saturday we've got two games. We've got Wolverhampton Wanderers versus Manchester United, and then Brighton against Arsenal. And then Sunday we've got a double whammy. We've got Tottenham against Aston Villa, Nottingham Forest against Chelsea, and then Monday we have Brentford against Liverpool at 5:30. Tuesday we have Arsenal against Newcastle. Wednesday, Crystal Palace against Tottenham Hotspurs. Thursday is the big one, Chelsea against Manchester City. And Friday we've got FA Cup third round, Manchester United taking on Everton. Anything on Saturday? Is anyone interesting on Saturday? Liverpool against Wolverhampton Wanderers. Nothing really fancying, nothing really tickling the taste buds. Sunday, anything on Sunday? Manchester City against Chelsea again. How many times are Manchester City going to play Chelsea? That's going to be 2 times in the space of a week. So that's Sunday. Sunday is looking good. Manchester United on the 10th of Jan. Newcastle United and Leicester. There's 2 games there. That looks good, ladies and gentlemen. We are live here on Cal Sports Football, bringing you the Premier League, ladies and gentlemen. How are we doing? You'll have to. I apologize in advance. I have got a cough, ladies. Well, I'm getting a cough. I've got a sore throat as it stands. So I've got the tea out. But how are we all doing? It says Americana on the mug, but it ain't Americana, I can tell you that for sure. But how are we all doing? Welcome to the stream. I hope you're having a wonderful day. Today I'm waiting. I love watching players that gel together. The likes of Kevin De Bruyne and Erling Brandt Haaland. Absolutely wonderful together this season. It's just a joy to watch. What can they do in this game today against Leeds United, who are going to be fired up because obviously they're playing against Haaland, who was born in Leeds, for a son to a former Leeds player whose career was cut short, if I recall correctly. Welcome, welcome, welcome to you all. I hope you're having a wonderful day. Where are we all from and who do we support? Let me know in the chat. What do you think of this game today? Who do you think's gonna come out on top today? Leeds United or Manchester City. Now Leeds United have beaten Chelsea at home this season. I was live for that game. It was absolute madness. I think it was 3-0 in the first half, if I recall correctly. Let's have a look. Leeds versus Chelsea. No, it wasn't May. It was Leeds versus Chelsea. 2022. In August. Yeah, it was 3-0 to Leeds. Brendan Aronson, Rodrigo Moreno, and Jack Harrison getting on the score sheet. No one on the Chelsea team could do anything in that game. I'm sure there was an error there. Saud there thinks it's going to be 3-0. Manchester City, how you doing, my brother? Saud, welcome to the stream. I hope you're having a wonderful day. How is it over in the UAE, my brother? But I do feel Man City are going to run away with this Leeds team. They need to be careful, Leeds, that they don't get flustered and absolutely let Manchester City run riot, because we all know Manchester City can do what they can do with the likes. It's a rainy day over in the UAE. Wow. I bet it doesn't rain a lot over there, does it? Just coming up to kick off, ladies and gentlemen. Just a couple of minutes before the players come out. We're just waiting on the adverts here in the UK. Leeds United taking on Manchester City. The final of the games of the after the Premier League restart, following the winter break. We've had quite a few goals. Let's see how many goals we've had in this round of fixtures. Let's see. So it started off on Monday. Monday we had, let's see, 2, 4, 7, 10, 13, 16, 17, 21. Wait, did I even count that right? 4, 7, 10, 13, 16, 17, 21, 25 on Monday. 25 goals scored on Monday. 30 altogether. So we've had 30 goals so far, following on from the winter break, the restart. We've had 30 goals. That's quite a few goals. That's quite a lot of goals compared to what we were expecting. We had quite a few high scoring games. You think back to the Fulham Crystal Palace game, the Brighton Southampton game, the Newcastle Leicester game, the Brentford and Leicester Tottenham game, even though that finished 2-2, the Manchester United Nottingham Forest game yesterday, the Liverpool game against Aston Villa. So there was quite a bit of is Peter Drury commentating on Amazon? Yeah, it is. It's Peter Drury um, commentating the game for Amazon Prime. Wow, that is brilliant. That is brilliant. Just wait for the players to come out here on Card Sports Football, ladies and gentlemen. Let me just see something that I want to just check here. As the players come out here, I just want to see. So the recent head-to-heads, I'm sure there's going to be quite a few goals in the recent ones. Yeah, Man City winning 4-0, Manchester City winning 7-0, Manchester City losing 2-1. We've had quite a few goals in the previous games. Man City, Leeds United 4-3 in their last 4-3, 4-3, 2-1. Manchester City don't haven't scored quite. They've lost 2-1 to Brentford. They won 2-1, 1-0 against Leicester. So they're a bit on the back burner there. So we are live here on Car Sports Football, ladies and gentlemen. Hope you're having a wonderful day. Where we all from and who do we support? Let me know in the chat. I apologize in advance for my my voice. I can feel the throat going. Erling Brand Haaland there can't stop but smile. Look at him smiling like a Cheshire cat. He can't keep it. He can't contain it. Embracing the pitch his father played at all those years ago. Let's give it the Leeds team. Meslier in goal. Christensen, Koch, Cooper and Struick. Greenwood for sure. Rocker. Wilfred Nonto, Rodrigo and Aronson play up front. Ailing, Firpo, Somerville, Harrison, Lorente, Giabi, Gellar and Click on the bench. We'll see what this Leeds team can do today. Let's transfer over to the match. And let's start here on Cars Sports Football, ladies and gentlemen. Looks like it's going to be a 4-3-3 formation here for Leeds United. At Aquax Dev, how you doing, my brother? Welcome to the stream. Hope you're having a wonderful day, my brother. How are you doing over in France? Let's give you the Manchester City team news. Edison in goal. It's another call-up for Rico Lewis. John Stones, Akanji, and Nathan Ake playing right back. No. What's that guy's name? Kevin De Bruyne and Roger Gundogan make the midfield three. Riyad Mahrez, Erling Haaland, and Jack Grealish. Who's the left back? The Portuguese that Cancelo. Cancelo. He's on the bench. Good. And you, I'm doing great. Aquax. We've got Manchester City taking on Leeds at Ellen Road. I'm expecting goals galore in this game, and it's the final game of the Premier League restart. So I'm absolutely buzzing right now. Like, we know the football's back, Premier League's back. We've got FA Cup action, Carling Cup action. We've got Champions League coming up as well. Europa League with a few big teams. Messi, the GOAT of Argentina there. Saad in the chat, Messi. What a legend. What an absolute GOAT. Saad there. Happy with the way the World Cup ended. How are we all doing? Everyone get your drinks ready. I got my herb and mint tea here. The referee blows his whistle. The players get ready here on Cal Sports Football, ladies and gentlemen. Manchester City shooting from right to left in their red and black kit. Leeds United shooting from left to right here at Ellen Road. How are we all doing? I will listen to you, but in the same time I play FIFA, so I can't speak too much. Don't worry about it, Quacks. You enjoy your FIFA. I'll keep you up to date here, where we have Leeds United taking on Manchester City. The referee just looks around, makes sure everyone's ready, and now looks at his watch. The whistle is blown, and Manchester City will start the game off here as the players take the knee. With a bit of a questionable response by Ellen Road from that kneel, but we'll have to wait and see what happens there. Riyad Mahrez goes into Rico Lewis. 18 years old, I'm assuming? if I recall correctly, 18 years old, makes his start for Manchester City, the youngest player to start for Manchester City ever since Micah Richards, of all players. Who remembers when he came onto the scene? I do not like Jack Grealish. I feel like Jack Grealish is a player that's questionable. Jack Grealish is someone that I feel like he gets given. I feel like the English bias helps Jack Grealish. You look at how he's played for Manchester City. This is his second season. And then you look at Paul Pogba on the other hand. Paul Pogba was slated by every single media outlet on the planet, trying to do whatever they could to make an article about Paul Pogba. And then Jack Grealish comes onto the scene, the £100 million player for Manchester City, and you see nothing, which is always something to think about. Here we go, Nathan Ake on the ball here on the center side, goes into Grealish. Grealish into Gundogan on the halfway line, backwards to Rodri. And Rodri goes into Akanji down the right side. Akanji here, bringing the ball forward. Out wide there towards John Stones, lays it into Kevin De Bruyne on the halfway line. First time into Rico Lewis in the Leeds half, finds Riyad Mahrez. Mahrez playing in the team, no Phil Foden today. Obviously given a rest after the World Cup. Jack Grealish tries to go around the player Nelson, but he's brought down. It falls to Gundogan, who lays it into the path of Riyad Mahrez. Out to the center side towards Jack Grealish. 1-on-1 against the defender. Across the 6-yard box, but it's cleared away by Leeds United. And it's going to come back at them because it's Edison on the ball here on the right side. How are we all doing? Welcome to the stream. Hope you're having a wonderful day, ladies and gentlemen. Mahrez there, trying to bring the ball forward, but he's brought down. Free kick here for Manchester City down this left-hand side. Can they create something here? Haaland there can't take it on the turn. It's cleared away and it goes out for a throwing on the right side. Tries to feed it into Haaland. Here we go with a Kanji on the ball here for Manchester City down the right side. Manchester City shooting from right to left. Leeds United from left to right. Akanji into Rico Lewis. Returns it back to Akanji on the centre circle. Out to Nathan Ake down this left-hand side. Ake into Grealish. Tries to feed it first time in towards Haaland. But it's intercepted there and it's Leeds United will try and come away with it, but it's a misplaced pass and it's straight into the path of Akanji. Now it's Rico Lewis into Kevin De Bruyne, but that's a misplaced pass, and Leeds United come with it with Aronson down the left-hand side, tries to feed the ball in towards Rodrigo, but it's back heel to Aronson. It's intercepted there by Ake. Grealish is brought down. That's going to be a free kick here for Manchester City down the right side, ladies and gentlemen. There's no need for Greenwood to go into that challenge on Grealish. He's absolutely going nowhere. He slows his game down to draw the foul. And Manchester City now start the game off. Rico Lewis backwards to Akanji. Rodri returns it back to Akanji here on the right side. Ellen Road is definitely bouncing, but it's not the Leeds fan that are singing. Ake on the ball here. In towards Grealish on the halfway line. He gets away from Greenwood. Backwards to Akanji. First time in towards Rico Lewis, who goes out wide there to Stones. Stones has Mahrez and De Bruyne ahead of him. He goes in towards Mahrez, who goes backwards to Stones. Stones out wide to Mahrez again. Stones is caught late there. He's still on the ground here. Akanji carries on with the game. Out to the left-hand side towards Ake on the halfway line. Into Jack Grealish. Returns it back to Ake here. Backwards to Akanji. In towards Kevin De Bruyne. Over the top there towards Haaland, making the run behind, but Meslier, is off his line. And Leeds United will start the game back off here on this left-hand side. Kevin De Bruyne will be loving the fact that he's playing with Haaland again and not Romelu Lukaku at Belgium, because it was a shocking performance by Belgium at the World Cup, ladies and gentlemen. Ake in towards De Bruyne, but it's intercepted. It falls to Gundogan into Haaland. Riyad Mahrez now bringing the ball forward. Rico Lewis to his right. He goes into him. Rico Lewis in the box. Lays it onto De Bruyne. First time. Oh, and it's wide. Kevin De Bruyne. Kevin De Bruyne, 6 minutes into the game, he just drifts outside the box there. Rico Lewis lays it on a plate to him and he just curls it wide off the post. He just couldn't whip it in the inside post. It goes out for a goal kick on this left-hand side. Leeds United 0, Manchester City 0. Here on Carl Sports Football, ladies and gentlemen. Long kick out from the back. Stones with the interception, but it falls to Aronson. And it makes its way all the way back to Cooper, who hits the ball over the top there towards Nonto. But Edison is there. He'll just clear it out for a Leeds throw-in down that left-hand side. Leeds now to start the game back off here deep in the Manchester City half. Mahrez can't keep it in play. I thought he went out for a Leeds throw-in, but it's given Manchester City's way. And it's Rico Lewis to start the game back off. Here we go with Stones on the right side. Stones lays it into Ake. Ake bringing the ball forward out to the left-hand side towards Jack Grealish. Akanji. He's got Stones to his right. He goes through the middle towards Rico Lewis. Returns it back to Akanji. And it's now Ake. Out to the left-hand side towards Grealish on the halfway line. Returns it back to Ake here. Looks like Rico Lewis is playing centre midfield. Listed right back, but he's playing centre midfield here. Stones is pushing into that wing-back role. Rodri centre circle here. In towards Ake on the halfway line. Ake brings it forward into the Leeds half. Out to the left-hand side towards Grealish. First time into Gundogan. Can't find the return pass. Leeds come away with it. Out the right side into Aronson. Aronson on the ball. He's someone that's very tricky, but he feels he was fouled there, but I don't think it was a foul. I think he just went down a bit easy, and Grealish comes away with it, and it's Riyad Mahrez on the ball. He's got Kevin De Bruyne ahead of him. Riyad Mahrez puts the burners on. He holds on to it 1-on-1 against Cooper. Here we go with Ake on this left-hand side. Into Gundogan. Gundogan looks up, sees Grealish to his left. He goes into Ake. Returns it back towards Akanji. First time into Ake. Lays it into Grealish. Returns it back to Ake. Tries to feed it first time in towards Gundogan. But it's cleared away by Leeds United, and they'll come away with the ball here with Greenwood. Does well to hold on to the ball there into Aronson. Tries to play a 1-2 with Greenwood. But it's over here, and it goes out for a throwing on the try-hand side. Leeds United 0. Manchester City 0 here on Carl Sports Football. Akanji goes backwards to Edison. Edison out wide to Stones. Rico Lewis backwards to Edison. Ake to Akanji. Akanji holds the ball up here on the right side for Manchester City. Out wide to Stones. Stones holds the ball up here. Goes into Rodri. Rodri down the right side. Grealish is there. He goes backwards to Akanji here. On the right side. Man City just moving the ball about here. Not forcing it forward. Rico Lewis into Kevin De Bruyne. Goes backwards to Rodri on the centre circle. Bringing it into the Leeds half. Into Gundogan first time into Kevin De Bruyne. But Kevin De Bruyne couldn't take in his stride. And it's Leeds who come away with it. And that's a beautiful turn there by Forshaw. He finds Aronson. Out to the left-hand side towards Nonto. Haven't seen Rodrigo in this game yet. Cooper into Cock. Over the top there towards Nissan. But it goes all the way back to the keeper on the right side. Ake goes backwards to Akanji here for Manchester City. Bringing it forward. Out wide there towards Stones. Stones goes all the way back to the keeper here on this right side. 10 minutes into the game, ladies and gentlemen. Leeds United 0, Manchester City 0. Erling Haaland with an opportunity in the first couple of minutes of the game. Nothing really else going on in this game. Here we go with Ake on the right side. Tries to thread it in towards Haaland, but it's intercepted there by Forshaw. And it goes out for a throwing for Manchester City. Out wide here is Akanji. Ederson's coming out middle of his own half to get himself into the game. Stones goes out wide. Returns it back to Ederson here on the right side. Into Ake. Returns it back to Akanji here on the right side. Goes out for a Manchester City throwing. Backwards to Akanji here on the right side. Akanji bringing the ball forward here on the centre circle for Manchester City. Out wide to Stones, who goes backwards to Ederson. You can see what Leeds United are doing when Manchester City have the ball. The moment it comes towards the centre circle, in line with the centre circle, Nonto, Aronson and Rodrigo are just applying pressure to that back line, forcing them to go the hard way. And it forces errors like it just did then, and he went out for a Leeds United throwing. Leeds trying to bring it forward, but it's intercepted there by Gundogan into Kevin De Bruyne on the halfway line. He turns and threads it into Haaland, but Haaland can't take it in his stride. And it's cleared away by Melier. Rico Lewis there battling it out against Nonto, who holds onto it, finds Forshaw, who goes backwards to Struik. All the way back to Cooper. Struik now on the ball on this left-hand side. Into Nonto. Nonto holds the ball up. Comes off Riyad Mahrez and it goes out for Leeds throwing on the halfway line. Leeds United here just need to hold a bit of a possession here. Now that they've got the ball, just move the ball about. Don't try and force it. Rodrigo comes out wide here towards Nissan. Threads it in towards Rocker. Rodrigo out wide here towards Nissan. In towards Forshaw. Backwards to Rocker. He goes into Cooper on the halfway line, into Cock down this left-hand side. Haaland trying to apply a bit of pressure. Comes out wide here towards Nissan. Tries to put it in behind towards Greenwood, but it's over here and Akanji's there to clean up. And Grealish brought down there, and there's no need for Rocker to do that. There's no need for Rocker to do that. He's not going anywhere. Rocker there. Playing central midfield for Leeds United. Akanji. Into Ake. Goes backwards to Akanji. Akanji being harassed by Aronson, and he makes his way all the way back to the keeper. Rodrigo and Aronson aren't playing in a set position. They're just playing how they see fit. Mahrez there on the ball in the Leeds half. Manages to find Kevin De Bruyne, puts the ball into the box towards Gundogan with a diving header, but it goes out for a goal kick here on the left-hand side. He was just stretching from that header. Leeds United to start the game back off here. 15.5 minutes played, ladies and gentlemen. Leeds against Manchester City. Leeds nil, Manchester City nil. Long kick out from the back. Ake with the header. Kevin De Bruyne keeps it alive into Haaland. Haaland surrounded by Leeds players. And Leeds come away with it here by Rocker. And he's passed it straight to Rodri. And his pass is nearly intercepted there by Nonso. But Rico Lewis now comes away with it here on the halfway line. But again, Manchester City play a certain style of play. And they will always play that way. And it goes backwards to Stones. Rodri on the centre circle. Into Ake. Out wide here towards Grealish. Grealish. 1-on-1 against Christensen. Does well to win the ball, and it's Forshaw tries to feed it forward towards Aronson. Aronson 1-on-1 against Akanji. Tries to put it in behind towards Rodrigo, but Stones is there. And Man City come away with it here with Ake. Rodri. Into Ake, first time into Akanji. This is beautiful. Kevin De Bruyne into Akanji, and Ellen Rhodes coming alive here. Ellen Rhodes coming alive here. Rico Lewis here on this right hand side. In towards Gundogan. Stones. Akanji. Akanji on the centre circle. Threads it into Rico Lewis, who has time to turn away from. For sure, is that? Yep. In towards Gundogan, but it's intercepted there by Cooper. And that's going to be a free kick for Leeds United here on this left hand side. 17th minute into the game, ladies and gentlemen. Meslier to start the game back off here on this left hand side for Leeds United. Aquox, if you're still in the chat, you may not be, but it's completely fine. If you're still in the chat, can you confirm with me, how do you pronounce the Leeds United keeper's name, the French keeper? Is it Meslier or is it Meslier? Do you say it with the S or do you say it without the S? Do you say Meslier or do you say Meslier? Ake. Into Grealish. Grealish goes backwards to Ake here on the right side. In towards Akanji. Akanji bringing the ball forward here. Has Stones to his right. He goes through to Haaland in the middle, who goes backwards to Rodri, but it's intercepted there by Rodrigo, but he can't keep it alive. Leeds United win it back here, but again a misplaced pass there. And Akanji comes away with it. Out wide here towards Riyad Mahrez. Rico Lewis goes backwards to Stones here on the right side. In towards Rodri. You say it without, so it's Meslier. Okay. It's good to have international viewers here. I could get my pronunciations right. Stones goes out wide to Riyad Mahrez into Rico Lewis. Here we go with Rodri on the centre circle, bringing it forward into the Leeds half. Rico Lewis brought down there by Forshaw. And the free kick's given here for Manchester City. '90th minute into the game. Leeds United 0, Manchester City 0. Here on Count Sports Football. Riyad Mahrez steps up here to take the free kick. It's right of the box. It's more of a crossing position more than a shooting position. It's that far out. Let's see what Manchester City are going to do. They're going to lay into the path of Gundogan. Gundogan now bringing the ball forward here. He's going to take a shot from distance. And it's just wide. It was very close there by Ilkay Gundogan. It rolls across the surface. But it's just wide. He found a gap somewhere. A touch by Ake, and it could have gone anywhere there. Goal kick here for Leeds United on this left-hand side. 20 minutes into the game. Leeds United 0, Manchester City 0. And I'll be honest with you guys, not seeing a lot in this game. Not seeing a lot in this game. The quality just isn't up to the standards that we're normally used to with Manchester City. Maybe that's just the frantic nature of Leeds United. Here we go with Jack Grealish bringing the ball forward. He's brought down there by Struick. Nothing given. Nonto now with the ball. Into Cooper. Goes out wide towards Aronson. But it's intercepted. Bro, I'm lagging. I can't stay here. But have a good match. See you soon. Don't worry about it, Quacks. Enjoy your time on FIFA. Jack Grealish is on the ground here. Haaland there just having a word with the referee. Grealish there just absolutely brought down there by Struick. I think that's a free kick. He's not got anywhere near the ball. He's just gone straight into the player. Yeah, he does. He leaves his right leg in there. Leeds United look to be starting this game back up. Pep Guardiola there just having a word with his centre-backs, Akanji and Stones. Expecting more from them. Expecting more from his defensive centre-backs. Jack Grealish there having a word with the referee. What more does he want to get a free kick there? Jack Grealish there just having a word with the fourth official. Not happy with the way he was challenged. Akanji now to start the game back up. Out to Ake on this left hand side. Ake backwards to Akanji. Jack Grealish is back onto the pitch here. And you can hear the boos when he's back onto the pitch. The Ellen Road fans are happy here. Stones bringing it forward here for Manchester City. Into Riyad Mahrez. Goes backwards to Akanji on the halfway line. Akanji bringing it forward. Lewis is the same age as me. Wow. Wow. We always look at people in, people who are successful, and you think, like, when someone comes onto the scene on football and you're like, how old is he? Like Greenwood, when Manchester United had Greenwood 19 years old, I was like 27 at the time. Cristiano Ronaldo is still playing professional football. He's 37. He's only 6 years older than me, Cristiano Ronaldo, and he's still playing football. Rico Lewis is 18 years old and he's playing for Manchester City on in the Premier League. Like, it's not like Manchester City are running away with the trophy. They are behind. They're third in the table right now. So to see a kid as young as 18 get an opportunity, and he took his opportunity in the Champions League. He scored in the Champions League, if I recall correctly. But we'll see what he does today at Ellen Road. Riyad Mahrez here. Much more hostile crowd here. Definitely after hearing the boos for Jack Grealish. Here we go with the Kanchi on the halfway line. I'm assuming you're going to know when Jack Grealish has the ball with the way Ellen Road's going to let you know. Long ball out to that right side towards Riyad Mahrez, but it's over Struick. And it goes out for a Leeds United throwing. Struick now to start the game back off here on this left-hand side. 24th minute here. Leeds 0, Manchester City 0. Like I said, ladies and gentlemen, there's not really much to talk about. More drama happening in the middle of the pitch with the fouls that the teams are experiencing, that the players are experiencing, than anything else really. Riyad Mahrez to take a throwing here. Goes backwards to Rico Lewis. Lewis now into Rodri. Rodri on the centre circle. Being harassed by Aronson. We all know what Aronson's going to try and do. Grealish. Backwards to Ake. Ake goes central to Rodri. Rodri turns. Cuts away from Aronson into Rico Lewis, who takes it on the turn here. Bringing the ball forward into the Leeds half, out wide to Stones. Morris is ahead of him, but Nonso forces him backwards, and it's Rodri now on the halfway line. Rico Lewis on the centre circle. Gundogan goes out wide to Stones. Stones into Rico Lewis. To Rodri. Here we go with a Kanji. Out to the left hand side is Grealish. The boos will surround Ellen Road. Goes backwards to Ake. Akanji. Sees Riyad Mahrez make a run off the ball, but Struik is there and he just clears it, and maybe just needed the help of his players there. His teammates to let him know he had more time than he thought he had. Christensen with the ball high up into the air. Cobb jumps up for it. Forshaw brings the ball under control. Rocker is there, but he's straight into the path of Stones. Manchester City will start the game back off. Leeds United just need to find a bit of composure here. Rodri on the halfway line. Into Ake. Akanji. Rodrigo hasn't been in this game so far. Can he step it up? Rodrigo on the centre circle. Returns it back to Akanji. Rico Lewis on the centre circle. Back to Rodri. Rodri out to this left-hand side towards Ake. Ake gets a touch on it, but can he find Grealish? Yes, he does, but his touch is heavy. And Leeds United come away here with Rocco. Greenwood. Can't keep it in play. Goes out for a Leeds throwing on this left-hand side. Leeds United 0, Manchester City 0. Calvin Phillips there. Calvin Phillips, Kyle Walker there. Taking the camera down. And Gundogan fouls. Rocker down the halfway line. Free kick here for Leeds on this left-hand side. Referees pulled it back here for something. I think there was a push in the back by a Leeds player. Man City start the game back off. Cooper there just holds on to Stones. The referee just letting Cooper know why he gave the foul. Manchester City start the game off here with Edison. Not really had much to do this game. I feel sorry for him. Ake. Into Akanji. On the right side. Goes out wide to Kevin De Bruyne. First time into Rico Lewis, who has time to bring the ball forward. Out wide to Riyad Mahrez, but he's behind him. He manages to keep it in play. Goes backwards to Rodri. Rodri bringing it forward into what's Gundogan, who has time to turn. Out wide here towards Grealish. 1-on-1 against Christensen. Across the 6-yard box, and it goes out for a corner on this left-hand side. Christensen's a bit fired up here against Jack Grealish. Christensen's definitely a bit fired up here against Jack Grealish. Standing his ground, not letting Jack Grealish know he's not going to be phased today. Corner here for Manchester City down this left-hand side. Kevin De Bruyne steps up to take it here. Kevin De Bruyne floats one in near post, but it's straight into the hands of the keeper, Meslier. And Leeds United start the game off here on this left-hand side. Meslier into Cock. Out wide here towards Christensen. Comes off Grealish, goes out for a Leeds United throwing. 30 minutes into the game, Leeds United 0. Manchester City 0, ladies and gentlemen. How are we doing? Welcome to the stream. Hope you're having a wonderful day. Where are we all from and who do we support? Let me know in the chat. Cock with a ball over the top towards Aronson, but Akanji's there. Ake will just clear it away first time. Cooper wins the header. Kevin De Bruyne jumps up against Rocco. but it's intercepted there by Ake. Gundogan brings the ball under control on the centre circle. He gets away from Harrison, finds Kevin De Bruyne, feeds Haaland, 1-1 with a keeper, saved by Meslier. And Koch is there to clear it away for a corner. Great save there by Meslier on Haaland, 1-on-1. Kevin De Bruyne manages to find just enough time to feed Haaland. Haaland takes the shot first time, and he just gets his foot stuck underneath him. He just gets his foot stuck underneath him, can't get himself out, and it's a corner here for Manchester City. Kevin De Bruyne stepping over to take it here on this left-hand side. Sorry, Gundogan stepping over to take it here on this left-hand side. 31 minutes played. Manchester City nil, Leeds nil here at Ellen Road. Can Manchester City get a goal here? Not really created, only 2 chances so far. Gundogan whips the ball in there. Headed away near post into the path of Riyad Mahrez, who thought against taking it first time. Rico Lewis puts it back into the box, but it goes out for another corner here on this left-hand side. First time here by Gundogan into Kevin De Bruyne. In towards Grealish. Backwards to Gundogan. Puts the ball into the box towards the Kanji, but it's headed away. Rico Lewis will try and keep it alive, but Leeds head it out. Only into Rodri. Mahrez puts the ball in towards a dangerous position. Grealish is there, and it's like he's cleared it. What's Jack Grealish doing there? He just was anticipating it. Maybe could have done it with his left foot as opposed to his right. That's a big opportunity there for Manchester City. Another opportunity. Cooper backwards to the keeper, Meslier, and is high up into the air towards Rodri, who heads it. Intercepted there by Rocker. Aronson flicks it into the path. Sorry, Rodrigo flicks it into the path of Aronson. Out wide to Nonso. 1-on-1 against Stones. First time Leeds are in the Manchester City box. Cleared away by Rodri, but it's still around there. Ricochets off Rico Lewis into the path of Nonso down that left-hand side. Strauch into Forshaw, into Rocker, out to Nonso down the left-hand side, 1-on-1 against Stones, trying to bring it forward. He gets himself in the box, but it's cleared away by Rico Lewis. Sound, take it easy, my brother. Hope you have a wonderful evening. Take care, and I'll see you next time. Leeds to take a throwing here. Strauch to take the throwing here on this left-hand side. Goal kick here for Manchester City on this right-hand side. Steezy there in the chat. Can't find the City stream. Are they doing well? Steezy, I'll be honest with you. 33 minutes into the game. They do have, if you look at the stats, they'll show you Manchester City have most of the possession. I won't lie about that, but in terms of the chances created, 3 chances in this game, 1 in the first couple of minutes. Haaland saved by the keeper Meslier. Second one, Kevin De Bruyne feeds it into Haaland. But Haaland, I think it just takes a knock off Cooper. That goes out for a corner. And Grealish had an opportunity, but instead of going for his right foot, he tries to volley it. Sorry, instead of letting the ball come onto his left foot, he tries to hit it with his right foot when the goal's to his right. And it goes over the bar. Not really much to talk about, really. Erling Haaland hasn't got his shooting boots on today. He's not scored yet. But neither team really doing anything. It's Leeds United. It's a frantic game. Neither team really creating chances. It's moving from one side of the midfield to the other, really. It's not going anywhere. Ake on the ball here on this left-hand side. But how you doing, Steezy? Are you a Manchester City fan? As Rocco wins the ball back off Rico Lewis, but Rico Lewis manages to win it back. Kevin De Bruyne into Rico Lewis. Out wide there towards Mahrez. Kevin De Bruyne makes the run off the ball in towards Gundogan. 1-on-1 with the keeper, but again, Meslier is forced into a save. Struijk doesn't clear it away, but it's into the path of Meslier. Cheers for the analysis. Don't worry about it, Steezy. Welcome to the stream. Just so you know, my name's Adam here live on Couch Sports Football, bringing you the final game of the Premier League restart. Started off Monday with Brentford against Tottenham. We had the 3 o'clock games. We had quite a few games on Monday. I think it was 7 games on Monday, 9 hours stream that flew by. Yesterday we had Chelsea, Bournemouth, Manchester United against Nottingham Forest, and today the final of this Premier League restart. And it's Manchester City now to start the game back off here with Ake on the right side. Goes in towards Edison. Stones backwards to Rodri. Rodri into Akanji here on the right side. Akanji bringing the ball forward. Cuts it back to Rodri. Just a late challenge there by Rodrigo on Akanji. He stumbled away from it. Kevin De Bruyne into Rico Lewis, who's bringing the ball forward here. Tries to feed the ball over the top, but it comes off Rocker. Nonta is there. He finds Forshaw, who spins away from Kevin De Bruyne. But he just falls to the ground, and Rodri wins it back. And Kevin De Bruyne has Haaland and Gundogan here. He brings the ball forward. He's got Jack Grealish to his left, who tries to take the shot for his time. But again, Christensen gets the block in there. It falls to Ake here on the try side. Ake bringing the ball forward, out wide here towards Kevin De Bruyne. He's going to line one up here with his right foot. But it's into the path of Struijk, and he clears it away into the path of Akanji. And again, Manchester City try and penetrate this Leeds back line, but it's not happening. Stones out to Kevin De Bruyne on this left-hand side. Tries to get away from Greenwood, who does brilliantly well and feeds the ball over the top. But there's no Leeds player there. It goes out from Man City throwing on the halfway line. City trying to win the ball back, but Leeds United are just causing them a few problems here. Just a few problems. Not allowing City to move the ball about in the most important part of the pitch, the final third, as freely as they would like. Here we go with Akanji on the halfway line. Into Rico Lewis, backwards to Akanji. Akanji on the halfway line, lays it into Rodri on the centre circle. Rodri looking for a pass forward, but there's nothing there. He squares it into Ake in the Leeds half. Haaland is in the box, so is Gundogan. Jack Grealish holds onto the ball here, brings it central from the wide position. Out wide here towards Akanji on the centre circle, in towards Stones down that right side. Stones into Riyad Mahrez, first time into Rico Lewis. Returns it back to Mahrez. City trying to move the ball forward, intercepted there by Aronson, and it falls to Rocker here, bringing the ball forward. Greenwood into Rocker. Rocker out to that left-hand side to a Struijk. He's got Nonto ahead of him. Nonto one-on-one against Rico Lewis. Can he get the better of him? Let's find out. He tries to go around the outside. He puts it across the penalty. So he puts it across the box, but there's no one there for City. Sorry, for Leeds United. And City now come away with it here with Rodri. Kevin De Bruyne here on this right side. Goes backwards to Stones. Rodri out to Ake down this left-hand side. Ake first time into Grealish. Grealish holds the ball up. Greenwood applying a bit of pressure. So is Forshaw. And he goes out wide to Stones. Stones into Kevin De Bruyne. Kevin De Bruyne holds the ball up here. Into Riyad Mahrez, who's brought down there by Cooper. And Cooper just needs to be careful here. Just getting a bit aggressive with his challenges. And he gets a foul. Riyad Mahrez is going nowhere when he gets the ball there. And it's a free kick here on the right side. Kevin De Bruyne and Mahrez stepping over this free kick here on the right side. Melia there telling Aronson to join the wall. It's a two-man wall here down that right side. More of a crossing position than shooting. Riyad Mahrez and Kevin De Bruyne stepping over here. This one, let's find out who takes it. It's going to be Kevin De Bruyne, right foot across the... Oh, that was similar to Christian Eriksen's corner to Marcus Rashford. Not expecting it at all. Jack Grealish with another opportunity, and he puts it over the bar. Again, Kevin De Bruyne suffering from players who are not on the same wavelength as him. Here we go with Manchester City now to start the game back off with 3 minutes of the 45 to go plus added time. Leeds United will be happier um, than Manchester City in this game. It's currently 0-0. Leeds United still in it. Kevin De Bruyne first time in towards Rico Lewis. Bringing the ball forward into Riyad Mahrez. Backwards to Kevin De Bruyne. Out to the left-hand side towards Jack Grealish. Who has a lot of space here. 1-1 against Greenwood. Goes around the outside. Right foot into the box. Riyad Mahrez tries to caress it into the corner of the net, but it goes out for a goal kick. Another opportunity goes begging for Manchester City. He can't just get it nestled into the corner there. Riyad Mahrez, and it's a goal kick here for for Leeds United. Headed on by Struick. Nonso can't get there. Struick will, and it goes up for a Leeds United throw-in. Backwards to Cooper from the throwing. All the way back to the keeper here on this left-hand side. And Melier will just clear it down the line, high up into the air. Ake can't get there, but it goes out for a Manchester City throwing. Rodri now on the ball here. Trying to bring it forward here. But it falls to Rico Lewis into Rodri on the centre circle. Out to Ake down his left hand side. Ake threads it in towards Grealish. Grealish gets away from Christensen. But again, he throws backwards to Akanji on the halfway line. Rico Lewis, first time into Rodri. Kevin De Bruyne, Rico Lewis who takes on the turn, bringing it forward. Out wide there towards Riyad Mahrez. It wrangles its way around him. And it falls to Nonto. Rocker, misplaced pass there by, and it falls out to Akanji here on the right side. First time into Kevin De Bruyne, back heels there towards Rico Lewis, who's got space to bring it forward. First touch is a bit heavy, he gets himself into the box, into Grealish, and again, Grealish misses another opportunity. How many opportunities is Jack Grealish going to get today? That deserved a goal purely off Kevin De Bruyne's flick there. Penalty spot there, and he's just leaning back on there. Bring Leroy Sané back, man. What is going on with Grealish, Sleazy? How are you doing? Are you a Manchester City fan? Let me know in the chat. Or are you a Leeds fan? Melier now to take the goal kick here on this left-hand side. Man City having chance after chance after chance. They are getting closer. It's just Not happening for him. Rodri wins the header, but it falls into the path of Struick. This game has a lead snatch and grab written all over it. You're a City fan from Belgium. Wow. Sam, bet you love Kevin De Bruyne. I feel so sorry for Kevin De Bruyne. Kevin De Bruyne just needs about 3-4 quality players around him for Belgium. Kevin De Bruyne across the edge of the box into Rodri. Rodri out wide to Morris. Morris first time shot is saved, but Rodri's down the rebound, and Rodri makes it 1-0. And it's not the most clinical of goals by Manchester City, but it's the goal that breaks the deadlock. And Manchester City are 1-0 up here, and Meslier is gonna be fuming. He saved Riyad Mahrez' shot, but it's straight into the pass of Rodri. No one's tracking back for Leeds United, and it's 1-0. Sleazy there. Loving it. Kevin De Bruyne sees Haaland make a run into the box, and Rodri's on the end of the box. Out wide to Riyad Mahrez. Great goal there. Great poacher's goal there by Rodri, should I say. I told you it was coming. I told you it was coming, Sleazy. Just unfortunately, it came just after I said it. Wow. Rodri getting on the score sheet here. And that's half time, ladies and gentlemen, here on Cal Sports Football. Manchester City 1, Leeds United 0. Manchester City were knocking all throughout that game. They were absolutely banging that door down. They just couldn't get in behind, but a moment of luck. Riyad Mahrez' shot is saved into the path of Rodri, and Rodri puts it into the back of the net to make it 1-0 here on Card Sports Football for Manchester City. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm just going to take a quick break, so I'll see you for the second half. Stay tuned. How we doing, ladies and gentlemen? Second half coming up here on Car Sports Football. It is Manchester City 1, Leeds United 0. How are we feeling about that, ladies and gentlemen? Cody Gakpo has now officially signed for Liverpool here. It's come out. Now we have second half here. Leeds United shooting from right to left. Manchester City shooting from left to right. And that ball wasn't even on the kickoff spot when Rodrigo started the game off. But let's see what Leeds can do here in the second half. They struggled to really create anything in the first half. They did move the ball about, but didn't really go anywhere. Neither team really went anywhere when they were moving the ball about. But we'll wait to see what Manchester City do now that they are a goal up here. Meslier now, the goalkeeper on the right hand side, won't be happy with the way he let that goal go in. He parried it into the path of Rodri, who just puts it into the back of the net to make it 1-0. Nonto finds Aronson here on this right hand side, who's bringing it forward, gets away from Rodri, lays it beautifully into the middle towards Greenwood. Rodrigo down this left hand side, 1-on-1 against Akanji. Out wide here to Forshaw. In towards Aronson, but it's intercepted there by Mahrez and it's cleared away. And Meslier is there, and he'll just clear it down the line. Kevin De Bruyne on the ball here on the right side. Can he keep it in play? Yes, he does. But it's over here, and it goes out for a goal kick here on the right side. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, football pundits around the world, it's Leeds United 0, Manchester City 1 here on Car Sports Football. Carl Walker there. Meslier now. Into Cooper. Over the top towards Nonto. But it goes out for a City throwing here on the right side. Rico Lewis now to start the game back off. Goes all the way backwards to Cock. Sorry, Stones. Man City on the ball. Ake. Out wide to Grealish, who's absolutely gone through the back of Grealish. Christensen there. Absolutely rammed through the back of him there, and Grealish is brought down. That's a yellow card, surely, ref. That one's a yellow card. No? He's getting away with this one. He's getting away with this one. How many more is he going to get away with? Wow. Next one's definitely a yellow, but he got away with one there. Rodri into Ake. Ake goes out wide there towards Grealish. Grealish 1-on-1 against Christensen, brings it infield. Lays it central to Rico Lewis. Rico Lewis out wide here towards Riyad Mahrez. Mahrez 1-on-1 against the defender. Goes central to Lewis. Returns it back to Mahrez. Into Roger. And he goes all the way back to Stones here. On the centre circle. Into Akanji on the left-hand side. Lays it into Nathan Ake. Out wide towards Grealish. Here we go with Ake. Bringing it forward. Gets away from one player. Can't get away from the second one. Gundogan does well to win it off Cock here. Into Ake, who finds himself into the box. Puts the ball in towards the back post, but it's straight into the hands of Meslier. And Leeds United start the game back off here on this right hand side. Leeds United now. Clears the ball down the line, high up into the air. Rodrigo tries to spin away from Akanji. But Stones is there. He heads it into the path of Rodri. Rodri finds Ake here on the left-hand side. Ake bringing the ball forward into Kevin De Bruyne. Out to Ake down the left-hand side. Ake holds the ball up here. Goes backwards to Akanji. Akanji goes short to Rodri. Out to that left-hand side towards Nathan Ake. And he goes all the way back to the keeper here on this left-hand side. Edison now to start the game back up. Not really had much to do, Edison. I'd love to see how many touches Edison has had in this game. Let's see. News. Sofa score. Let's see how many touches he's had here in this game, Edison. No saves, no punches. Let's see. He's had 18 touches in this game. Morris on the right side, 1-on-1 against Cooper, who does well to win the ball back. He finds Nonto, and Nonto has his head up, and he brings the ball forward, but he's brought down there by Riyad Mahrez. Is that not going to be a yellow card? No? Is that one not going to be a yellow card? Referee says no. Nonto there. Brought down. He was going down before he even went down. Struick leaves it to Cooper here on this right side to start the game back up. Long kick over the top there towards Rodrigo, but it's headed away by Stones. And Rodri will just clear it down the line into the path of Struick. Cooper. Oh, intercepted there by Jack Grealish, who's 1-on-1 with the keeper. He's got Haaland to his left. Let's see what he does. He just put it into the path of Haaland, and it's a FIFA sweat. And it's Erling Brandt Haaland who probably scores the most easiest goal he is ever going to score in his professional career. His father in the stands doesn't know whether to celebrate or not. There's a Cheshire cat smile on him though. And that's a missed pass. That's so bad by Cooper. Tries to pass it into Cock, but Grealish is there and he just puts it on a plate to Erling Brandt Haaland, and it makes it 2-0 here on Cal Sports Football. Sleazy there, inevitable. How are you doing, Sleazy? How are you enjoying this? Inevitable there. Sleazy. I bet you're loving this, aren't you? Manchester City, 2 goals up here on Cal Sports Football. Courtesy of Rodri and Haaland. Meslier now on the ball here on the right side, and it's a mountain to climb here for Leeds United, and I can't see him coming back into this game, but they are an absolute mad team, Leeds United. They are crazy, frantic, all over the place, and that kind of football means anything can happen. So they can't get themselves back into it. That's just the way they play football, but we'll have to wait and see. Leeds United 0, Manchester City 2 here. Akanji. 1-2 with Rodri. Out to Ake down that left-hand side. Ake bringing it forward. Sleazy, you said you're from Belgium and you support Manchester City. Is that purely because of the Belgian players that have played for Manchester City? Straug wins the ball up high the pitch into Nonto down that left-hand side. He can't get away from Kevin De Bruyne, and it goes out for a throwing here for Leeds United. Straug there, trying to start the game back off into Forshaw. Cooper, Straug, into Aronson, who gets away from Rodri. And it goes out for a Leeds United. No, game carries on. Straug into Aronson, into Nonto down the left-hand side. Nonto gets away from Rodri, gets himself on the edge of the box, gets away from Gundogan. He takes the shot that's blocked. It comes out to Christensen. The crowd urge him to shoot. He's waiting for someone to make a run. He goes left foot, which is blocked by Rodri, and he finds Haaland into Gundogan here on this left-hand side, bringing it forward over the top towards Kevin De Bruyne. Can he get there? Cooper's there, and he heads it all the way back to Meslier on this right side. Leeds United now on the ball. For sure, bringing it forward on the centre circle. Into Aronson, first time into Rodrigo. Was that a very quiet game here today, Rodrigo for Leeds? Nonto. Into Aronson. Aronson takes it in his stride, gets away from Rodri. Right foot curler. And he just gets under the ball and it's high into the crowd there, Aronson. He did well to get away from Rodri. He absolutely megs him, puts him on the floor, but just couldn't get it on target. Here we go, the Kanji now on the ball here on the left-hand side for Manchester City. Out to that left-hand side towards Ake. Ellen Road is coming alive here with the last couple of moments. Jack Grealish brought down again. How many times is he going to get brought down here before someone gets a yellow card? Rocker and Greenwood there bringing him down. Ake to Rodri. Akanji. Rico Lewis here on this left-hand side. Out wide to Stones. Kevin De Bruyne into Mahrez. Mahrez tries to get away from Strauch, who does well to hold the ball up, but Riyad Mahrez wins it back. Can't find Kevin De Bruyne. Rocker is there. Kevin De Bruyne tries to win it back, but it falls to foreshore Rocker into Strauch. But it's intercepted there by Riyad Mahrez, and it goes out for a throwing here on the Giant side. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, football pundits around the world, it's your boy Adam here live on Couch Sports Football with Leeds United taking on Manchester City. The final game of this Premier League restart, and Manchester City are 2 goals up, courtesy of mistakes by Leeds United. Manchester City have created a lot, but they've not scored from what they've created. The first goal was off a keeper, a Melie save. Haaland, I think it's Haaland's shot that he saves into the path of Rodri. No, Riyad Mahrez, sorry. It's Riyad Mahrez's shot that saved into the path of Rodri, makes it 1-0. The second one comes from a mistake from the centre-back, ball watching and not aware that Grealish is running down his blind side, and Grealish gets on the ball, runs one-on-one with the keeper, and he does a FIFA sweat into Erling Brandt Haaland, who gets on the score sheet. But Leeds United seem to have woken up here from going 2 goals down. Rodri into Mahrez. Mahrez surrounded by Leeds players. He manages to get his way away from them. Into Ake, out to Grealish, and Ellen Road are happy with this. They are trying to come alive here. Gundogan tries to find the pass to Kevin De Bruyne, falls to Grealish. Kevin De Bruyne out wide here towards Erling Brandt Haaland. But the offside flag has gone up, and Leeds United will start the game back off. How are we all doing in the chat? What do we think of the game? Leeds United now to start the game back off with Strauch into Nonto. Nonto being held up there by Rico Lewis on the halfway line. Goes backwards to Forshaw. Brought down by Haaland, but he manages to find the pass to Cooper, and it's Strauch on the ball. Out to the left-hand side, finds Aronson, bringing the ball forward, driving with it, gets away from Rodri. He's brought down. That's going to... This referee does not want to bring a yellow card. I don't think this referee... I think he's forgotten that he has a yellow card, this referee. Who is the referee? Who's the referee? Who's the referee here? Let's see. Does it tell you? Ellen Road. Lineups. Who is the referee? Has Stuart Atwell forgotten he has yellow cards? Here we go with Manchester City on the ball with Rodri. Goes out to Ake. Ellen Road, I don't know what's happened, but they've come alive here, even though they're 2 goals down. Kevin De Bruyne into Haaland, into Gundogan. Oh, and it's over the bar by Gundogan. They just can't get a goal with the way they play football. It's like if with that pass he's playing, Kevin De Bruyne picks it up in the middle of the park. He drives with it into Haaland. First time into Kevin De Bruyne. Sorry, into Gundogan. Gundogan takes a shot and he's falling whilst he's taking the shot. It goes off the defender and goes out for a corner. But you feel if Gundogan had hit the post, it would have come back into the path of Haaland, who would have made it 3-0. Mahrez steps over to take the corner here down his left-hand side. Left foot into the box, headed towards goal, but it's Christensen there, falls out to Grealish here. One-on-one against the defender, he holds it up, tries to float it out wide here towards Riyad Mahrez, but it's headed away by Nonto, and Aronson will come away with it here. But Gundogan wins it back for Manchester City, high in the Leeds half, but the referee pulls it back for a Leeds United free kick. 60th minute into the game. Leeds United now with a ball over the top towards Rodrigo, who tries to bring the ball under control, but Stones is there. And Akanji goes out to Akid on the left-hand side. 60th minute here on Couch Sports Football. Leeds nil, Manchester City 2, courtesy of Rodri and Haaland. But how are we doing, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls? Just listen to Ellen Road come alive in this game. Ake now with the ball on the left-hand side into Gundogan, out to Rodri on this left-hand side. Rodri into Rico Lewis. He goes backwards to Akanji. Akanji first time in towards Kevin De Bruyne, but it's intercepted there by Forshaw. Nanto brings it forward, but he's brought down there. And it's going to be a free kick, and that's going to be the first yellow card of the game. And Rico Lewis is going to get that for a foul on Nanto. Just the slightest of touches by Rico Lewis, and he goes to the ground. He gets the free kick. And can Leeds United create something here from this corner? Sorry, free kick. Can Leeds United create something from this corner? It's about 28 yards out. Edison there telling his wall that he only wants 4. Are Leeds United here going to get a goal here in the 62nd minute to make the game interesting? It is it is 28, 29, maybe 30 yards out. Is Edison going to be called into action for the first time in this game on the 63rd minute? We've got Greenwood and Rocker stepping over this free kick. Which one's going to take it? It's going to be the right foot of Greenwood, but he's straight into the wall. Christensen will try and charge it down, but Ake is there. And he'll just hit it over the top into the path of Cooper. But it falls to Gundogan. Here we go with Kevin De Bruyne, who has time to turn to bring the ball forward. He's got Haaland to his left, Mahrez to his right. He goes into Riyad Mahrez, one-on-one against Straug. He cuts it in, goes backwards to Kevin De Bruyne here. Lays it central to Rodri. Rodri into Kevin De Bruyne, who brings it onto the edge of the box here. Mahrez to his right, he goes into Haaland. Haaland left foot, into Grealish. Grealish back to Haaland. First time, into the back of the net. And that is more like the Manchester City we are used to. What a beautiful passage of play. And Grealish lays it on a play to Erling Brand Haaland. And Haaland just puts it into the back of the net. Makes it 3-0. And the game's over, ladies and gentlemen. The game is done. The game is done. Haaland there unleashes his wavy locks and makes it 3-0. Wow. Leeds United with the ball on their right side. They have made a substitution. Ayling coming on for Christensen here on their right side. Rocker stepping over to take the free kick here on their right side. Rodri just bringing down Ayling. Here we go with Leeds United take a free kick here. It's going to be the left foot. But someone's gone down on the penalty spot here. I think it's Gundogan that's gone down. It was Cooper that caught him. Looks like João Cancelo's going to be coming on. I'm assuming Rico Lewis will come off. We'll have to wait and see. Free kick to be retaken here down the right side. Again, it's another left footer towards the back. Edison's forced to punch it away for a corner here on this left hand side. Here we go to corner here for Leeds United on this left hand side. Greenwood steps up to take it. Right foot into the box, headed away. It's still around there. Ayling will hold on to it. Goes out for a goal kick here. And it's going to be a substitution here on this left hand side. Let's see who it came off. It came off a Kanji. Came off a Kanji there. Yeah, Rico Lewis is coming off here. João Cancelo. So just a bit of experience on the team now. Rico Lewis coming off after 67 minutes. Is that a good game? He's not played. He's played to the Man City way. That's all you can say. Didn't see him flying forward like we did for Man City when they played in the Champions League. But here we go with Akanji. Goes backwards to Edison. Back to Akanji. Ake. Goes backwards to the keeper Edison. Akanji. Into Cancelo. Out to Stones. Goes backwards to Akanji. Surrounded by Leeds players. Aronson is all over him. Akanji with a clearance into the path of Nonso. 1-on-1 against Stones. Into the path of Greenwood, but it's intercepted there. But it falls to Straug into Nonso down the left-hand side. Tries to find Aronson, but Cancelo is there. He finds Riyad Mahrez. Back to Cancelo, but it's again intercepted there by Greenwood. Out to Click. Straug as well. Out to the left-hand side towards Nonto. Into Rocker. Puts the ball in towards the puck, but there's no one there. and Edison will catch it. And he'll free off Jack Grealish down that left-hand side. Can he keep it in play? Yes, he does. They're trying to track back here. Grealish holds onto it. A referee, how many is he going to get, referee? That should be a yellow card for a foul and a yellow card for the push on the head. What is the need for that? Click there with a yellow card. Looks like Nanto's coming over to have a word with Jack Grealish. Nanto there gets a yellow card for his efforts. Kevin De Bruyne steps up to take the free kick here on this left-hand side. Jack Grealish has 2 assists today. Interesting. De Bruyne first time into Haaland, but the keeper's off his line. Here we go with Leeds United now on the ball here on the right side. Bringing it forward out to Strauch on the left-hand side. Nearly intercepted their backhand setup, but he manages to find Aronson. Aronson 1-1 against Rodri. But it goes out for a Leeds United throwing. Looks like it's going to be a double substitution here for Leeds. It's going to be Rodrigo who's going to be coming off here for Rodrigo and Liam Cooper coming off here for Leeds. Llorente and Gellert coming up. Joe Gellert here. Looks like Jack Grealish is now coming off. Corner here down his left-hand side for Leeds United. Greenwood stepping over to take it here. Down this left-hand side. Can they get a consolation here late in the game? Far post. Heading towards goal, and it is a consolation. And it's Strauch there who gets a goal here. 3-1 here on Cavs Sports Football. Surely Leeds aren't that crazy to pull this one back. Surely they're not that crazy to bring this one back. Strauch gets away from Akanji. And the keeper has no chance. It's a great header into the back of the net. And it's 3-1 here. Surely not. 3-1 here, ladies and gentlemen. Mares now on the ball here on the right side. 1-on-1 against the goal scorer. Struck into Kevin De Bruyne. Foden is to his right. He takes a shot straight at the keeper, Melia. Melia goes out wide here. On that right side to Click. Holds onto it here. Goes backwards. Another Leeds goal will make this that little bit more interesting. Straug into Nonto. Into Aronson. Aronson brought down by Stones. Free kick here on the right side for Leeds United. Click on the centre circle. In towards Geller. He can't get away from Akanji. Foden is there. He goes back to Ake. Rodri. Stones. Bringing it forward into Cancelo down the left-hand side. Goes all the way back to Edison. Edison. To Akanji. On this left-hand side. Trying to bring it forward. Goes into Gundogan. Akanji. Up top there. Haaland wins the header. He forces Kevin De Bruyne. Out to the right side towards Mahrez. Mahrez 1-on-1 against the goal scorer Straug. He comes central. Into the path of Cancelo. Who goes out to that left-hand side to Ake. Ake ahead, Foden ahead of him. He goes into Foden, but it comes off Joe Geller. But no, the referee gives it Leeds way. Ayling to take the throwing here. Click. Ayling. Into Cock. Straug. To Nonto. Straug tries to feed it first time, but it's over here. Goes out for a throwing here for Manchester City. Cancelo to take it. Backwards to Stones. 13 minutes of the 90 to go plus any time. Leeds United 1. Manchester City 3. Akanji. You can see Leeds are going to push for this. They are pressing with 6 players high up the field. Leeds United, Man City managed to come away with it here with Haaland on a hat-trick. 1-on-1 with the keeper. Will he put the game to bed? No, he can't. And Melia is there to save it. And Haaland just can't do it today. He scored 2, but it's not happening for him. Gundogan picks up the loose ball. Rodri goes back to Akanji and it stones down the centre circle. Akanji. Back to Stones on this left-hand side. Returns it back to Akanji. Backwards to Rodri. Rodri finds the pass to Gundogan. First time into Haaland, but intercepted there by Cooper. But Cancelo comes away with it. The referee pulls it back for a Leeds free kick. Where was the foul there? Let's have a look. I can't see where the foul is there, I'll be honest with you. Aronson with the ball here down the left-hand side for Leeds. 1-on-1 against the defender on the edge of the box. In towards Click. Across the middle. Oh, and it's just wide off the post. It's just wide off the post by the young lad, Joe Geller. Beautiful passage of play down the left-hand side. Just more direct. That's what it is. It's just more direct by Leeds. And Ellen Road will come alive again. Edison hits it high up into the air. Greenwood brings the ball under control, but Gundogan takes it off him, and that's a foul. Free kick, Manchester City. Man City living on the edge here. Man City living on the edge here. De Bruyne into Stones. Goes into Ake on that left-hand side. 10.5 minutes to go here. Ayling picks up the ball on the halfway line. Into Click. Over the top to Aronson, who brings the ball under control, but it does hit his hand. The game carries on with Ayling. Intercepted there by Ake, goes out for a throw-in. Claims for a handball, nothing given. Ayling now to take the throw-in. In towards Geller on the right side. He holds it up, goes backwards to Ayling. Ayling into Aronson, back heel to Geller, but it's intercepted. And Akanji will clear it. Foden into the path of Akanji. But Leeds United win it back. Only for Rodri to win it, but Strauk is there. It falls to Nonto. Nonto bring the ball forward, and he's brought down there by Rodri, and that's going to be a yellow card to Rodri, and that's going to be a free kick to Leeds in a very dangerous position here. Rodri there gives away a free kick in a very dangerous position. It's going to be a free kick here on the edge of the D for Leeds United, and a goal here, ladies and gentlemen. And Ellen Road will join SpaceX into orbit, ladies and gentlemen. There is no doubt about it. A goal now with 9 minutes to go on the clock, 3-1 down Leeds United, will set this stadium into orbit. Let's wait to see what happens. Click. Sorry, it's Rocker and Greenwood stepping over this free kick. The referee blows the whistle. Do we have takeoff? Let's find out. Oh, no, it's not. No takeoff, no takeoff. Abort, 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 abort. Goal kick here for Manchester City on this left-hand side. Edison. Ake. Intercepted there by Click. It goes out for a City throw-in. Substitution here. Aronson coming off here for... Let's see who's coming on. Aronson comes off here. Jamie. Akanji. All the way back to Edison. Nonto will try and charge this down. He wants a goal today, Nonto. Kevin De Bruyne wins the ball back, tries to feed Foden at that left-hand side, but Ayling is there. Between the pair of them, they manage to clear it into Kevin De Bruyne. Gundogan can't keep it alive. Rocker is there. Jamie is there. The free kick's given Leeds United's way. Rocker. Into Cock. Strauk. Goes backwards to Cock on this right side. Over the top there towards Geller. Running at Akanji. Edison is there. And it's Man City will start the game back up. Edison now. To take a short throw in into Akanji. Goes backwards to Edison. 6 minutes to go. Leeds United 1, Man City 3. You would think it was a 0-0 draw going end to end with the way Ellen Road's bouncing. Akanji goes back to Edison. Rodri out to this left-hand side. It's Stones, who holds the ball up. Back to Edison. Click will try and apply the pressure. Edison high up into the air. Being battled there by Strauk, who wins it. Rodri will clear it away. Strauk will bring the ball under control. And it's Click. Intercepted there by Mahrez, and it falls to Rodri, who goes backwards to Stones. Out to Ake on that side, and he's got space to bring the ball forward here. Nathan Ake. Gundogan on the halfway line. Out to Ford, Kevin De Bruyne, sorry, down the left-hand side, who gets away from the defender. He's pulled back. And that's going to be a free kick here for Manchester City. And that's going to be another yellow card here. I am shattered, ladies and gentlemen. I am shattered. Leeds United 1, Manchester City 3. De Bruyne on the right side feeds it into the path of Gundogan, tries to feed it into Foden, but it's behind him and it's cleared away. Ayling will try and keep the ball alive, but Kevin De Bruyne is there. Ayling is battling him out. Kevin De Bruyne into Foden and it's cleared away by the Leeds player, and it goes out for a Man City throwing down that left hand side. Ake to take the throwing here. Into Haaland. Into Foden. Back to Gundogan. Out to Ake down that left hand side. Ake surrounded by Leeds players. He manages to get a ball into the box. It's cleared away. Only for Foden to pick up the loose ball. Ake goes backwards to Akanji. Rodri out to Ake. Into Foden. Intercepted. Goes out for a Man City throwing. Ake to take it here. Ake into Haaland. On that left-hand side, who holds the ball up here, but it comes off the defender and it goes out for a corner. Now, Man City have conceded from a corner. Can they score from one? Let's find out. Kevin De Bruyne steps over to take the corner down that left-hand side. Looks like Man City are going to be making a substitution here. Kevin De Bruyne to take the corner down that left-hand side. Right foot floated back post. Headed on by Rodri, forced to Ake. Ball scrambling around. And Stones manages to lash at it and it goes over the bar. And it's going to be a substitution here for Manchester City. Mahrez coming off here, and I think it's Palmer that comes on. Yeah, Palmer. Another youngster here for Manchester City. Giving it 2 minutes. Edison now on the ball here on this left-hand side. Out to Stones. Gets away from Nonto, but it's intercepted there by Williams. He's got Nonto to his left and he finds him. Nonto 1-on-1 against Cancelo. Gets himself into the box, into Click. Click can't get away from Rodri. Williams will get in the end of something. He'll take a shot. He's blocked. It's still around there. Foden is there to clear it away. Haaland can't get there. Leeds win it back high up the pitch. Here we go with Greenwood. Goes on the outside of Gundogan. Can't go on the outside of Foden. It goes out for a throwing, but there's no one there. And Ake is there to win the throwing. Just clears it away. Haaland brings the ball under control, but Williams is there. And Haaland shrugs him off like he's not even there. And it's going to be a Man City throwing here. Ake now to take the throwing here on this left-hand side. Gundogan. Backwards to Stones. Edison with a clearance. High up into the air. And it'll be just headed into the path of Meslier. Meslier now. Out to this left-hand side, finds Strauch. Puts the ball over the top, but it's intercepted. It falls to Geller. He'll bring the ball under control. Gets away from Gundogan, feeds it into Williams. William out wide to Ayling. He's got a few in the box. Can they find someone? He puts it across there. And it's the side netting. It's the side netting. Corner here for Leeds United on the right side. Five minutes of the added time to be played here. Corner taken near post into the hands of Edison. Stones on this left-hand side. Bringing it forward into Rodri. Rodri out to that left-hand side towards Ake. Ake holding the ball up into Kevin De Bruyne. De Bruyne gets away from one player, brings the ball forward here. Foden makes another ball, so does Haaland. He goes in towards Palmer down the right side. Palmer brings the ball under control, one-on-one against Strauch. Gets himself into the box, cuts him back in on his right, back in on his left, into Cancelo on the edge of the box, returns it back to Palmer. And Palmer goes back to Stones here. Rodri over the top there towards Palmer, who's in behind here. Gets away from the defender, left foot. Can he find someone into Cancelo? First time shot is blocked. It falls to Haaland. His shot is blocked. Kevin De Bruyne picks up the loose ball here on the right side. Gets himself onto the edge of the box here. Can they find Haaland here? Palmer's there, but it's intercepted by Williams, and he's brought down. Free kick, Leeds United, and that's going to be a yellow card for the young lad Palmer here. Cole Palmer there gets a yellow card. Meslier now. Long ball over the top, intercepted there by Gundogan. Haaland can't get there, it's cleared away. It falls to Stones. And Edison will just clear it down to Ake down that left-hand side. Ake cuts it back, and he goes into Akanji. Here we go with Llorente. Out to Nonto on this left-hand side. Out wide here to Llorente. Llorente goes all the way back to the keeper here on the right side, Meslier. 2 minutes to go of the added time. Meslier into Williams. Rock on the halfway line. Sees Gellert make the run through the middle, but Ake is there to clean up. And it's Cancelo. Into Palmer. Back to Cancelo, into Ake. So silky, so silky. Manchester City. Akanji now on the ball. Gundogan returns it back to Akanji. Akanji bringing it forward here for Manchester City. Is there one last chance here for Erling Haaland to get his hat-trick? Cancelo into Kevin De Bruyne at the centre circle. Rodri backwards to Palmer. Kevin De Bruyne. Ake. Gundogan. I think City are finished. Rodri. Gundogan. Rodri. So Kevin De Bruyne, all the way back to Stones. Out to Cancelo. Cancelo takes it on the turn. Williams wins it. Nonto has the ball. Gelos through the middle if he can find him. He'll cut it back on his right foot, but Cancelo's tracking back and wins the ball back here for Man City. Into Kevin De Bruyne. Kevin De Bruyne brings it forward. We only had, 5 minutes of added time. I thought it was only 3. Foden can't get the end of it. Kevin De Bruyne press and Meslier is there, and he puts it out for a throwing here. 94th minute here, ladies and gentlemen. Leeds United 1, Manchester City 3. Gundogan into Ake. Goes out for another Manchester City throwing. And is the referee going to wait? No, he's not. He blows the full-time whistle and it's finished. Leeds United 1, Manchester City 3 here on Car Sports Football, ladies and gentlemen. A game of two halves, that's what I'll say. A game of two halves and not really much going, but it's finished 3-1. I'll see you for the next time, ladies and gentlemen. Stay safe. Peace.